watching Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Hello everyone! Hopefully we are live. Looks like we're live. Good evening everyone! Happy Tuesday! We are live, yay! It's always that moment you're like, is it working? Hello everyone! Hello Sue, Jamie, Gloria, Mindy. Sue, Gloria, Jamie, Mindy. Hello everyone, and everyone else who's watching. Hope you guys all had a good, for our American friends, hope you guys had a good 4th of July. Hi Jackie, hello. I know, I think the fireworks are over for now. They were still setting them off like 1 o'clock in the morning yesterday. I'm like, it's Monday at 1 a.m. Oh. I'm excited to put this card oh, the kitty. My kitty just showed up. I'm excited to put this card together though. But when I was designing it, so when I got done on Saturday designing it, there's a couple things as I went to make it. I was like, wait a minute, I need to change a few things there. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what I did as far as that. Hold on, let me replace that. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Hello Deborah. Hello Kimberly. Oh, did you, Mindy? I wish we had a storm. We need rain really bad. It rained a little bit. Was it yesterday or the day before? But not long enough. But we could really use rain. It was like cool and then it's just been hot. And now the grass really needs some rain. Hello everyone. Okay, so this card, I first saw this card from Sam, this style of card. The box circle is what it was called. And it was done by Sam Calcott. And I thought it was a really cool design of a card. Really good for like a display card too, to set up. So I wanted to do one Christmassy and with snow and everything. So I'm going to use a couple things today. I'm going to use, because I couldn't find like patterned acetate, foil acetate like Cricut used to make with the patterns. And I wanted snow. So I'm going to actually show you how to easily make just regular acetate look like snow on it. And then I use some glitter snow too to give some snow texture around it and everything. But I'm going to go ahead and go over to Design Space and show you guys here what I changed. Oh, Mindy, I love it. Who wants to join the Tipsy Flamingo Social Club? I'm telling you, Mindy, we were just talking about this yesterday, me and my husband, and I said, you know, if we ever get to the villages and they don't have the Tipsy Flamingo Social Club, I'm gonna start that, even though I don't get tipsy anymore. I'm all for mocktail pina coladas. And a Farkle Club. Is there a Farkle Club? Because we were talking about that too, because we always play Farkle. Okay, so this is what I designed in Design Space here. Now, when I first, and I have a few extra pieces, like I was just thinking about this actually after I cut it. Because this folds into one another, there's a couple extra pieces I did here that I won't need, like side pieces, just these matting pieces. And I did end up going and doing a print and cut for these side pieces. And I just went and found snowflake pattern in Design Space. Oh, we love Farkle. My parents play Farkle every single night, Mindy. Every night. But when I made these, I made 2 bases. Let's see if I can grab just the base here. And I had made them solid like this, and then when I was thinking about it, I was like, wait, it's gonna have acetate that you can see through, like a snow globe, you know? And I was like, but you can't see through that solid, so I ended up taking a circle and then just cutting that out. So that piece I changed there. And then I also thought after I cut it, wait, it had no words on it. So I ended up making a piece for that you can put on the back go on the back right here. That says Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and then you could sign the card. And I did add this little season's greetings up here too, which I just added that and just cut that. So we'll see if we want to put that on there or not. But I did also cut these pieces. This was just an extra background piece that you could use instead if you wanted. And then that little penguin on a sled, just because I think he's so stinking cute. I know, Kimberly, Villages does have a club for everything. I know. What are these crowns? Speaking of the crowns, I know, and they have like numbers. You guys have crowns, and it's got number 1, number 2, number 3. I don't know what's going on, but you guys are all queens. So I thought that was neat. Oh, and I did make this little piece too. This is going to be acetate that we can go ahead and connect these little guys to, and they'll kind of be like floating in between the different layers. So now we can jump. Ooh, that was a good catch. I just caught my cell phone. You guys didn't see that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go to the overhead. Maybe. If it lets me. There we go. And upside down. Now we're right. Okay. Hopefully this works here. You guys are all queens. That's what I said. You guys are all queens. Everybody has a crown. To give you guys like a competition in the comments now. That's so funny. Okay, so in our little box here. Oh, first I'm gonna go ahead to the card bases. So we have these 2 pieces for the card bases. So how it's gonna work is the one with the solid circle, you're gonna go ahead and fold up here. So it folds like this. So you have valley folds. And then on the top piece, you're gonna wanna go ahead and mount and fold down, and this is gonna fit right over on top of it like that and fold down. So that's what we're gonna do with those 2 pieces there. Now, I am gonna go ahead and glue those first, I think, a couple. Dig in my little box of pieces here. And I will edit the project. This is gonna be in for all our supporter projects on Melody Lane Patreon. Because I do have a couple extra pieces I need to take out that I did not think about until I was cutting. I was like, wait, I'm not going to need all these when they fold into one another. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Put my box up there. Oh, the flamingo beanie baby. Oh man, I wish I remembered the name of that. I do not remember the name of the flamingo beanie baby, which is... I do remember lots of their names. What was the flamingo's name? Okay, so this is going to go over on top of this. So these are the pieces we're going to see here on the side. So this is what I want to put my matting on, is all of these pieces on here. Pinky! There you go, Pinky! I knew as soon as you would say it, I would remember it. Alright, so go ahead and put this on. Hey, Amazon Prime Days is going on. Has anybody bought anything great that we need to know Prime Day deals? I looked briefly, but there was so... Where's my glue? I ordered this. Oh, I think it's supposed to come tonight. I'm like, I am in desperate need of some more glue. I did buy some wood cutting boards Jamie advised on that are good to press, like hard press on stuff, like the new 3D iron-on and stuff. But I also need them because I cut shirts, even for my kids, and I can put it under the shirt and cut it with the Cricut rotary cutter. I don't know why I'm folding that again. I'm just gonna unfold it. Hi, loose. Oh, okay. Kimberly, there's explaining the crowns. That's so funny, Minnie. What can we do with our points? Turn them in for a cutie. Wait, so it gives you... Indicates active and points earned. Does it literally give you a tally of your points somewhere? Like how many points you've earned on YouTube or on the channel? Or does it just put the numbers next to it? I'm curious. That could become a whole competition right there. And actually to cut this was really easy too, because minus the print and cut, did I move that over enough? Minus the print and cut sheets, it was, the white was 1 mat, the acetate was 1 mat, white, acetate, yeah, and then the print and cut, which was 3 mats for that. It's crazy where it's already Christmas in July time. Thanks, Jamie. It was just print and cut from InDesign Space. It was like snowflake pattern is easy to go with. And with this, you're only getting such a little bit of it. I wanted something with really little pattern. I did find some really pretty paper that matched with the pine cones and everything, but it was a bigger print. And you just, with these little pieces, wouldn't be able to see much. I know, everybody's got good sales going on. Cricut's got their Cricut in July sale too. Oh, which it is the last day, everybody, for the Alex's birthday giveaway. It's the last day to enter that, and then we also have the giveaway for the $300 prize bundle from Cricut. Sure, and enter that. And if I forget to talk about Savannah, remind me. Please remind me at the end. Yes, machines on sale. Everything's on sale. 50% off materials and accessories, and then great deals on machines, heat presses, all of that. It's pretty much like Christmas sales going on now. All right, so we got those pieces done there. I'm gonna go ahead and slide these over. Now I want to go ahead and glue. What do I want to do? Acetate. Where did I put the piece of acetate? That's so funny. Well, what happened to... I'm not going to ask you guys like you can see it. It's a clear circle. There's a clear circle of this. This one I painted. But there's a clear circle here. Oh, I found it. I found it. I thought for sure we were just going to have to pretend it existed. I will thread that later. The sale is, I will have to check. It's for sure going on till Sunday. Sometimes things get extended too. So you just never know. Okay, so I have the plain acetate sheets from Cricut, but I need to make it look like snow. So what I did was, I just took some, I had some chalk, the home decor chalk paint, because it's like a matte, which I thought would look better than a shiny finish. I'll set this up over here so I do not mess it up. And I just went ahead and created snow on here. And then I have these little dabbers. I got a set off Amazon, and they have all different sizes. And they have different, so you can just go ahead and dab little circles of it. Thank you, Sue. You're not going to need much of this because you're just going to dab little circles. So I'm just going to put that on there. The hardest part for this to me, and then you're just going to dab it in there. And then you're just going to place, you know, snowflakes. And you can go straight down on it, or you can go, oh no. Oh no. Well, look at that. I did this earlier and this did not happen, but that's, you know, that's okay. Yeah, for the little circles, because you can make snow. I'm like, well, you don't have to, you can just easily make it, and it worked really good. But then I think it looks more realistic when you use a couple different sizes. That's why I'm gonna dab just a couple different sizes with the littler. We're making it snow in July. I don't know why now I got the song Tiny Bubbles in my wine. The hardest part of this for me, and you can probably already see I'm doing it. I'll get better with the little ones, I swear. But the hardest part for me is just making them random. I feel like, oh, they need to be spread apart a certain way. That was. And then depending on how you get it, you kind of get smaller ones too. Okay, and now I'm gonna go to some smaller ones. I thought of that, Mindy. I did think about flicking it, but I did not try that. But yeah, I think that would totally work too. And the littler one, you don't have to, you just dip it every couple times. Try to put a couple close together, that way it looks more random. I didn't want too big of dots because I want to be able to easily see what's going on behind the snow. Oh, now I put 2 and 2 together right by each other. Now, I don't know about, I would probably do this before cutting, or not before cutting, I'm sorry, after cutting. Oh, need something there. Because I don't know about cutting with the paint on there, because it may, as it dries, it may flake off. Yeah, random's so hard. Hi, Diane, glad you made it. We're just making some snow acetate right now, because I don't have any, Cricut don't have it anymore, the foil patterned. So we're just making our own. And then you'll just do it like that and such. And then let it dry. Don't flip it over. And then let it dry and it'll just look like snow when you put it on there. But I do have one that's dry already, so we're gonna go ahead and go and get that one, which is right here. This is the one I did earlier. Which actually, I think I like the one I did better. It's got some bigger circles on it. Ooh, in there. I do, but see this one's got some bigger circles. I think it just looks maybe a little better. I don't know. They both work though, so I can use both of those. Alright, I'm going to clear this out of my way. Let's go back and grab some pieces here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Grab all these guys out. All these little raccoons. Acetate. And these pieces. Which, yeah. Go ahead and move these. Alright, so I want to go ahead and take this piece. This is going to be our background, which you can use either one. I printed both. This is the one I designed on. So I'm going to glue this one, but this one looks super pretty too. And this one was already a print then cut. If you see when I designed it live Saturday, I thought I was gonna have to go through and slice all those out. And then as soon as I was done live, I was like, oh, wait a minute. It had 2 options of this. One had a square around it, so you would have to go through each layer and slice it. But the other one was a circle, so I just went and flattened that and then didn't have to go through all that. Thanks, Diane. Ooh, an embossing folder with snow. Ooh, good idea. I did. I forgot to mention that. But I did remove, there is protective layer. Now I don't know which one's the new one and the dry one. There is, on each side of the acetate is clear liner, so you do want to remove that, but I did remove that before we did that. So this piece here is going to be the background, so you want to put this to the back of the card. Do any of you have access to the new Create AI feature? Well, it's an access feature, so if you're not access, you definitely won't, but it's slowly rolling out, so some people are getting access. Has anybody got it and been able to play yet? And this is gonna have border that goes, not on this side, I guess it won't. Okay, so we have that in there like that. That's gonna fit over there. And for the front frame, I am going to glue, I want several layers of this. On the top layer, we're gonna do a fake snow. So I'm just gonna glue these together. Ooh, you're doing a sewing project, Mindy. Well, you may be doing a sewing project. What are you making? Yeah, and you want to go in beta to see if you have it, because the AI will be in beta. Not yet. Oh, Diane's sad. Diane, you want to play, don't you? Ooh. And these are a little oval. They're not exactly perfectly circle because it's how it worked for the card and the base to fit everything. So you just want to make sure you get those on the right way. I just went to put them together at first. I'm like, these don't match, but I just had to rotate it. Oh, an apron for your hubby. What are you putting on it, Mindy? Okay, and then for the top of this one, which we have one more. Where did I put that here? Well, I guess I'll glue it on, and then, oh no I won't, because I'm gonna do this separately. Hold on, I already finished one, so it's dry, but I'm gonna show you guys what I did here. So I've used this before. I always love to use this for the texture snow, this Aleene's glitter snow. If you guys have been, oh, I'm about to use this, and I was like, I don't know if I have any paper towel. Oh, I do have baby wipes. I do have baby wipes. Yeah, it is worth a try, right? You never know. You may come up with something magical. Okay, so for this, we're going to use the Aleene's Glitter Snow. Now you can, I'm going to put it on here, and it's going to give it texture like snow, because I want that to go around the front and make it like frosty. You can take a paintbrush and do this. Now I've had these from last year. I bought two. My other one's almost completely gone. Oh, this one's way softer. I used my other one earlier, and it was like paste. So you can take a, it would work with the paintbrush with this, but when it's thicker, you definitely want the finger. Definitely want the finger. Okay. And I'm just tapping it on, but you can totally use your paintbrush. That drier stuff though would just, it just stuck to the paintbrush. It would not come off, so I just went in with my finger. Now I'm getting it all over my mat, but it's okay. It helps to kind of hold it down as you do it. It's going to say, "My food rocks," as a nod to the father in Disney's Carousel of Progress. He's wearing that apron. Oh, that's so cool. I love how you're tying the whole Mickey theme in. Disney's Carousel of, I don't even know what that is, Disney's Carousel of Progress, Mindy. Is that it, Magic Kingdom? Is that like the big carousel there? I don't even remember Carousel. This is so messy on here. I would normally put something else under it, and I didn't because I don't have anything. Oh, I could have just used a piece of cardstock, I guess. But no, it will be messy. What am I thinking, Holly? There's so much at Disney I don't know. Okay, so you just dab that on and it gives it texture. It's hard to see on here, but it'll give it little, like you put frosting on, you know, and little peaks. Now it does say it's glitter, but to me it's a very, very, very light glitter, and I like a little more glitter. So I'm going to pick this up after this because this is going to be a mess. I'm about to give my whole table crafting. Okay, so I'm going to use the Spectra glitter. This is really good for like snow, like iridescent look. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle this around it. And then we're going to lose this mat because it's a mess. I do love these silicone mats though, because whatever you get on here, it's silicone, so it looks messy, but it'll totally just go away. So you'll just sprinkle that and then shake that, and then it's hard to tell, but you'll have a snowy border there. Just keep throwing them up. Alright, we're gonna move this. Gonna deal with that mess later. Oh, that's so cool, Diane. I know Aliens has lots of good stuff. I've never seen her stuff. I didn't know she was a real person. Now I have the song in my head. Oh, it's a show. Okay. I already got like paint and everything all over my hands. Okay, so we have that done, but I'm going to magically go to the dry one. This is the one I did earlier. This was like the thicker stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this one on top. I was really wishing I had some Cricut craft board for this piece. That would be so cool, Cricut. Man, I miss the craft board. Oops. And again, that circle's not perfect, so just make sure you get it lined up. Wait. I bet, Jamie. Hey, there's times like this, right? When they discontinue something you love, it's times like that that craft hoarding comes in really handy. I thought I had more, and then I got all excited, thought I had a whole nother pack, and then it was just white cardstock, and I'm like, no! Although, I'm glad to have that too. I have like 10 packs of those. Alright, just making sure I get these lined up good. Oh, you got some from Joann's before they closed? What, Kimberly? Oh, that's so cool, Diane. And her daughters have a show. Okay, so we have that piece there. Now we're going to go ahead, let's start putting some of these pieces together. I'm going to go ahead on the back of this. I'm going to go ahead and put our sentiment here. So we're just going to center that. Do not put it upside down. Oh yeah, I'm glad I checked that. That was about to be a Holly moment where I just glue it on and then realized the other side is upside down. Alright, so we have that piece done. These pieces here. My little piece of acetate is right here. Now, so this is the piece of acetate I cut for the middle, and it's scored on the ends. And the whole point was to put it in here, and then you could have the animals so they're kind of like levitating, I'd say. Or you could just put the animals on it, however you want to do it. But I thought it would be good to have them stick out a little bit, so we're going to try that. Glue dots. Oh no, that's paint. Good thing I keep baby wipes here. Alright, I'm just going to take glue dots here. I'm just going to stick them on the back of our little creatures. That one, and then where did... Oh, he's upside down. I was like, where did raccoon go? That was so funny. I did that on the AI video. You know, I made the rocket, or not a rocket, a raccoon riding a firework eating a hot dog because you can. You know, I just came up randomly with that and then was like, well, let me see it. And somebody commented in the group and was like, oh, good. I was just looking for a raccoon riding a firework with a hot dog. And I know they were being smart, but I thought to myself, you know what? I didn't know I needed that image either until I made it, and then I was like, that's amazing. I need that. What I'm trying to see here is I want to attach these. Maybe I should do them further up. I do. I want to put some glue dots further up on that because it's just going to fill it better if I do. Oh, that's so cool, Diane. Now I'm going to have to, because I want to see... Well, I think I've actually seen Aileen because I think her image is on some of the stuff. Not the actual thing, but like I've seen it like in the pictures or advertisement of it or something. These little dots on this are so little. Just making sure. I'm just putting several on here, that way I for sure will get it stuck. A quilter. At first I thought you said you followed a guitar named a quilter. We just started watching a movie the other day. I thought it was about Bob Ross, and it's called Paint, and it's Owen Wilson. And it's not, it's like loosely based on him as a character, because it is Bob Ross, he does the paint things, you know, and everything, but it's not really about his life. And I just found it interesting though. I told my hubby we need to do a date night, and we're just gonna like put on a Bob Ross video, and we are going to do one of his paintings and see how it turns out. It's only a Kimberly beta, or the Create AI is only going to be on desktop right now, so you won't find it in beta on iPads. I'm just sticking some glue dots on these really quick. Yeah, that's what it seemed. He had a really interesting life, and because I read up some and I found out it wasn't about his life. It was just loosely based on his character. I told my hubby, I was like, I bet when he started, you know, being popular, I said, I bet there was like an increase in paint supply sales and stuff for people doing the canvases. So I just put those glue dots on the side there, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach these to the side. So I'm just going to bend that up. And then the same on the other side. I'm doing the glue dots there because they seem to hold the acetate well. Alright. And then we can go ahead and put our little characters, which I did cut the penguin too, which he's adorable. So you could put the penguin, on there, on the sleigh if you wanted to do a penguin. He's super cute. Slide this up. I'll stand this up for a second so I can see how high I'm putting these. Just stuck our little raccoon there, and then we can go ahead and stick our hedgehog, which I think I want to put him. So they're kind of like floating in there. How stinking cute are those little characters though? Okay, so we have those in there. Ooh, before I glue that, we should do that too. We're gonna go ahead and glue this piece on the front now. Now make sure, because it's not a perfect circle, you get that lined up how you need to. Right? The penguin is so cute. Oh, that makes sense. Kimberly, that he made a huge comeback during, yeah, because everybody was stuck at home and, oh, let's paint. He makes it look so darn easy. He just makes happy little trees, just happy little accidents. I should have, before I did this piece, glued on the acetate. I would recommend gluing the acetate on the inside before doing this. But I've had this drying for some hours, so this outside piece is nice and dry. So we have that there. Thanks, Gloria. Mindy's like, oh no, I lost my crown. No. Okay, and we're gonna go take our piece of acetate and we're gonna glue that on also. Make sure when you do this, you want to get your glue line as close to the edge as you can. And I'm gonna have, not that it matters, you could either have the paint, I can tell by feeling it that the paint is on this side, but you could have either side out. It'd feel kind of like, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the paint being out because it feels like 3D. But you can glue that either way. I was thinking to myself earlier, I just know there's somebody out there that's like, oh, already done with my Christmas cards. Alright. Let's go ahead and press this around. That's why I would have done this, because it would have been flat on that side to like press down on, but I put that border that I did the snow texture on. There we go. And then this is gonna go on like this. Did I put them too high? Yeah, I want to move. I think I put these too high, so I just want to move these down some. That's so funny. We were talking about the protective layer on the acetate, which I did take off that. Hold on here. I did take off the circle, but I totally forgot to take off this piece. So if you just seen, that was just that clear liner coming off. So when I did that, I was like, yep, I sure did not. So with that, it took off my little sticky, so I'm putting my little stickies back on. That is true. I know. I was thinking Dawn. I haven't seen her enter in the contest either. And I know Dawn's always, I can't remember, but she early on said she had, I can't remember the number, but it was a huge number she had done already. Oh no. Hold on, the hedgehog caught up. It's sticking to me. I don't even know how she knows that many people to send that many cards to, honestly. Alright, so we're just going to go up here and put these little dots. Realistically, I would like to put this down a little bit, which I guess we could have, but I wanted it to be totally covered by the circle, so that's why I put it in the center here, because otherwise it'd stick out a little bit on those. True, postage is expensive. Now this card is a 5x7. Now you could, to get it, and I'll explain, you could, if you wanted to fold it flat so it fits in a 5x7, you can do that. I didn't make this one just because I thought it would look better pulling it out of the envelope. But if you want to save on postage, you totally could. Is he crooked? He's crooked. The sticks on here so good though, these blue dots. They didn't want to come off. There we go. And then he's just going to be held on right up by his hat. There we go. We just moved them down a little bit. And then this piece is going to go over top. Trying to make him so he's not crooked. Is he a little crooked? He is. I'm going to fix it because it's going to drive me crazy if the raccoon's crooked. I stand it up. Alright, there we go. And this piece is going to go on top. But before I put that, I have these little pieces here to go ahead and put on top and bottom. Like that there. And then I cut the season's greetings too. We could add a season's greetings to it if we want. So I'm going to glue these on before I glue that piece on. Hi, Lori! Glad you could make it. Deboss on the acetate. Yeah, you could deboss snowflakes. Alright. Take this piece. I'm gonna glue that. Actually, I put glue on all that. You don't need to do that. You can too with the textured snow behind. You could, which I probably am going to. I didn't think about it as I was doing it. We know I'm good at that. Just talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing. But we're gonna go ahead. I could put glue dots on that and stick that on there, or foam squares, which I did get more of. I know last time we were using the scraps even when Alex was here and we were live. I did remember to go get more. And these are little tiny glue dots. I usually like just a little bit bigger, but these are perfect for those little projects that or little spaces that you need them. There we go, put that on Should we put the season's greetings on? What do you guys think? Should I leave it on or put it... Should I leave it off or should I put it on? If we put it on, it would go like here. I think we should put it on. Should we put it on? I'll wait till you see what you guys say. Yeah, you can get those things stuck anywhere, Mindy, for sure. Alright, I like it with on. Okay. Yay, we like it. Which you could pop it out if you want. I just did print and cut on this, but you could, if you wanted to give it more dimension, just have it do the 3 different layers. I'm gonna put a foam tab on the back of this. If I can get them out of the package. Okay, we're gonna rip it. Alright, and I'm going to pop that up. Put these up here. The way something just pops off the front of it. Pieces. That there. And then we just have to go ahead and attach these pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on these pieces here. But you could, if you wanted, you could use tape too, some double-sided tape. But you want these pieces to fit right over each other, so for me, okay, it's easier to use the glue. I'm just gonna hold it here for a second. Yay, yeah, I wanna see. Hi Beth, glad you made it. Yes, you got here right before the finish, but hey, that's the most important part. Then you can see how it all came together and you can rewatch. I know I have like paint on me because we went ahead and created some snow acetate on there since I didn't have any, and we used some texture snow. And I will say the texture snow like travels very good, but like when you mail it, it just stays on super good. There we go. All right, let that dry for a second. But that is the finished box circle card. But isn't this a good card for like a, you know, presentation, just because you can just stand it up? Oh, you know, I was thinking too about like a light out. Like you could actually set a tea light underneath it and put it in there, and then it would have light in it too. That would be really cool. But we just had regular acetate, so I went and used our paint daubers and some chalk paint, and then created the snow for that. And then we have our cute little raccoon and hedgehog there. And then so you can fold it flat like this. Now, if you wanted to make it so it fits in a 5x7 envelope, what you would do is you would score it on the sides here right in the middle. So you would score the base piece, and then you would score the matting piece. And then if you wanted it, it would fold these in. So they would go in. But I just left it like this. But then this would fit in a 7x7 envelope, as it is here. Isn't that cute though? When I seen Sam Kelcott do this design, I was like, that's so neat. And obviously you can turn this into any kind of holiday. You know, you could make a birthday, and obviously you might not put snow on it, but you can make it however you want, whatever. I just think it's a good display one too. And I like putting the acetate in the middle so they look like they're floating in there. Which you could take that piece of acetate out if you wanted and just put them to the back, but I like how it gives it dimension more like that. So Savannah, thanks Kimberly. Thanks. I'm glad you said that. So, come back to me, I'm upside down. Alex does not know. I don't know why every time I'm upside down. But I wanted to talk about Savannah. So in October, we have... It's backwards, hold on. Okay. It's this way. It's right here. Okay, in October 2nd to 7th, we are going to Savannah, Georgia with our group of Patreon members. So any of our Patreon members are invited to come, and we are gonna stay there and we're gonna do fun things. It's our little like trip mascot here, our little flamingo in the sun hat and everything. But we're gonna do group dinners, a variety of city tours, day trips. We're gonna do a poll too and see what does everybody want to do while we're in Savannah. There's lots of stuff to choose from too. Savannah's like gorgeous and I've never been. So if anybody is interested in that, there is in our Patreon. We do have posts on that, and it has in there the emails on who to email and everything. So if anybody's interested in going, let us know. Kimberly's gonna be there, right, Kimberly? Anybody else in the chat gonna be there? Or anybody else watching gonna be with us? Last year we went to Columbus, Ohio, and we had so much fun. We had people from Germany and Canada and all over, and we had some theme parties. We did like an 80s night and did karaoke, and that was fun. They did a thing at the zoo. We went to Marco's Paper in Dayton, Ohio, and they had a project for us. And it was during the eclipse too, so we all got to go see the eclipse. But it was really fun. Kimberly, are you bringing your wigs? I'm cracking up. Kimberly had a wig on, and she looked so much like Wendy Williams. You were doing I can't remember what she says, but she does this, but it was so funny. So funny. Oh, yay! Okay, after Yom Kippur, I know those fall right around, like, there's something the weekend before and the weekend after, so I'm so glad you'll be able to come, Mindy. Is that flamingo tipsy? Not yet. I don't think so yet. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, maybe it should be the flamingo in the martini glass. Kimberly did pet a penguin. She got to pet a penguin when we were in Columbus. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous I didn't go to the zoo. It was really cold that day, so didn't want to go to the zoo, but then they said they pet a penguin, and I'm like, nobody told me there was going to be petting penguins. I would have, like, braved Antarctica for that. Oh, but let us know if anybody's interested in joining us, because the more the merrier, definitely. We have so many things we still laugh about. Like, Lisa's not in here, but remember she thought they moved her hotel room? She came out of the second elevator, different elevator than normal, and she's like, they moved my room, but they didn't. It was just good times. But lots of lovely people we go with. Alex will be there, and Alex will be there also, you know. So me, Alex, and a lot of our Patreon friends. So thank you guys for joining me. Friday we will be live. We have new image sets. Yay! Last Friday there was new image sets, but it was the 4th of July also, so we didn't go live. But this Friday we have plenty to share with you guys. So there's been lots of new image sets. Yes, Alex is traveling actually. He's in Montana now? I think Alex finally made it to Montana. He is helping his brother move to where his brother's being stationed in the army. So he's always somewhere, traveling somewhere. I never know quite where he is. Yeah, so many good times. So thank you guys for joining. Check us live on Friday, and don't forget, anybody wants to enter those giveaways, today's the last day for Alex's birthday giveaway, and then just 2 days left for that $300 prize bundle, and that's one person in our Cricut Design Space group that's going to get that. Yes, thank you guys. And then I will get that file finished, and I will get that added into our supporter projects for Melody Lane. And it will be called Box Circle Christmas Forest Friends card. But I'm going to make a blank card of it too. That way it can easily be changed into birthday or a wedding. It'd be really pretty for a wedding too. You could even put a picture, you know, in the middle too of someone. $5 days left. Oh, 5 days left to enter that. Yes, 5 days for the $300. So I will see you guys on Friday. Everybody have a good rest of your week. Bye, guys.